All right, welcome to episode 115 of season 4 of my FX Buddies, the podcast. And I say podcast because there's a blog, which for this one, I think you're going to want to go to the blog. At the very bottom, there's 2 new commercials. And one of them, I'm going to, and they're 40 seconds and 50 seconds, but one I want to go through because it is so hilarious. Okay, then, uh, well, sad news. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to laugh. It's just so, uh, it's weird seeing someone that, we're told here in America, I can't even say that word. But we're told that certain people are bad people, right? And they do bad things, right? And so when we see their demise, it should be looked at in one light. I'll just say that. But when you've grown up in another part of the world and the very same person that I was told was bad and did bad things, you're told is great and does great things for you and your country, uh, then they feel different, right? So it's sad for them. But also, it's sad for us too because it's going to put a delay. And I know people are going to say, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. All right. Well, not for my timeline, right? But for other people's timeline. Okay. So we'll get to that. But let me do all the other stuff. All right. So I am putting the video on the YouTube. So YouTube, everything that I cover is under the Fair Use Disclaimer Act. It's for comment, sharing, critiquing, and all of that. And then also the Rumblers. Hi, Rumblers. Thank you for your comments. So my FX Buddies is where that video is, but I'm still using that one on the blog. Okay. And what else? RSS.com, my FX Buddies. That's where the transcript is. Jeez Louise. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Oh my gosh, I thought I got away from the fireworks. Oh boy. Well, welcome to my life. So that was the firework. And I even saw the flash first. So if you notice, I paused and I saw the flash of light and then the boom. For those of you who don't know, I recently moved and I've been here, I think, like 2 weeks. Not a firework. And then there we go. But the other place where I was, there was lots of fireworks too. So I don't know how to edit these things. So guess what? You get to hear all of that. Okay. All right. So now I'll be on guard. On God. So if they do another one, it won't startle me like that. Okay. So then Spotify.com has video and audio, my FX Buddies. But wherever you're listening or watching, if you want to go to the blog, the link, so look for a more, other, description, info, something of that nature button. Click on that. Then a box opens that'll have a link to the blog. Okay, what else? I think that's it. Did I say if you want to go directly to the blog, it's myfxbuddies.blogspot.com. And if you're on YouTube, look below the video for the word more. Click on that. Then the link to the video opens. Also, a link if you'd like to send me a little something. That's just if you would like to. Okay, so now let's get into it. So, I'm not sure how the social media world is taking to Nasrallah. Nasrallah is the one who's no longer with us. So I went with this as the title. Plus, I focus more on the money, right? The economy, the money. And this article is a very nice, very positive article. The expected path of the Iraqi economy. And this guy right here, he just looks so happy, doesn't he? This is the picture they use all the time. You'd think they would get a new picture for him. But anyway, so this is the one, if you've ever listened to past um, blog or whatever podcast, and I've said, I wish I could get his name and his picture. Well, look at that. I finally got his name and his picture. All right. So I don't think there's any negative word in here. Um, the expectations of economists and those interested in economic affairs, including me, which is him, are based on the indicators that appear on the ground. So he's saying from everything we can see, right? In order to build our expectations about the path of the Iraqi economy, we must first read, excuse me, I don't know why I put first in there. We must read and analyze the indicators to complete the picture of the future of the Iraqi economy, broad and long-term package of decisions and measures that government has taken and is still taking in the context of the path of economic reform attempts are the indicators that we rely on in reading and forecasting the future. Because remember, he's not in the government. I don't know if maybe he was at one time. He's just an economist, an analyst, maybe even at one point was a professor. But every time he writes an article, they post it. So someone likes him. I don't see him on TV. I don't see him ever being on the talk shows or being interviewed on TV. But he they publish his articles when he writes them. Okay, let's see. What's the word? Compliments. He compliments Sudani. He says he's done all this stuff in a short while. Let's see. Is it short? Let me see. Oh, it's not working. There we go. This, here it is. The size of the accumulated distortions in the structure of the, and I like that word, distortions, right? In the structure of the Iraqi economy requires a huge amount of measures to correct the course. And this is what Sudani's government has adopted during its short life. And certainly the results need some time for the citizens to see them. So see, he's saying, look, Sudani is doing big things. It's just going to take a while for you to see them. So I could go on, but there's other things I want to focus on. And you know I want to keep this 30 minutes. But I really, if you're feeling down because other things that I'm going to say in this podcast might get you down, and that's why I want to end with the commercials. So yeah, and this actually is very, usually he uses a lot of big words and concepts, economic concepts, but this article is really easy to read. So I hope you will go to the blog and read it, and look how he ended it. We hope for the best, God willing, and I do know how to say God willing is inshallah in Arabic, because they say that a lot. Okay, this came out Friday. Well, today, as I record this, it's Saturday night, and it's gonna post Sunday morning. So heaven forbid I have to post again Sunday, but I'll just do it late again, right? Okay, because my brain works better at night. Alrighty, so yeah, so Iraq discusses cooperation with SpaceX to provide internet services. So remember I was saying they still need 24-hour internet. They still need 24-hour electricity. Uh, and so they're working on that. And then Kurdistan Finance announces the result of its delegation's recent visit to Baghdad. But look how short it is. So they didn't really talk. I mean, I'm sure they talked about a lot, but this little short article is not saying anything. So if you want to read it, there it is. Okay, so all these articles are Saturday from here on. So this news site published the text of the Iraqi American statement on withdrawal of the international coalition. So they bumped it up. Instead of saying they'll be done by 2026, it's saying they'll end by 2025. But we know that's not going to happen, right? Okay, so but they put it out, so we'll see. Oh, hopefully we won't. Hopefully we won't see. Hopefully we won't be here. All right. Now here's a nice article, and someone even put this like a comment. Advisor to the Prime Minister rules out a decline in gold prices in the coming period and explains the reason. So, gold, right? Gold is everywhere. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say that because I don't know what you watch and what you pay attention to. But if you pay attention to business world, currencies, money, um, all the crazy, what's the crazy stuff? Um, bricks, that's not crazy. But you know how there's all these theories out in dinar land? I don't read them, but a lot of people do. Nasara, Jasara, all that stuff. It's all what? That we're going to a gold back money economy globally, right? Global gold back money. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, this is like the first time. It was Muhammad Saleh too, right? Yeah, Muhammad Saleh. There he is talking about gold, and gold is not going down. It would take something drastic, right? He even talks about the geopolitical wars. Geopolitical conflicts. Oh, I hate that I have to censor myself. Um, and look, they even talk about bricks here, and they do. They often will talk about bricks in Iraq's news. I just don't talk about it because it doesn't have anything to do with the RV. But so this is a very good article to read for a whole outlook on gold, not just Iraq's perspective, right? They talk about us, they talk about the Federal Reserve, fluctuations of oil, all kinds of stuff. So it's a really good article to read. Um, all right. So here's setting a date to launch 102 investment opportunities in Iraq. But this is just one. Oh, no, okay. These are under the National Investment Commission. So these are different ones because there's going to be way more than 102 investment opportunities, right? So this is not part of, I'm going to say it's not part of the government, meaning it's not part of the oil and gas ministry or the natural resource. They have all these ministries. Usually investments like this are under those. This is under the Investment Commission. And I think it's open to the citizens and, uh, yeah, it will benefit the citizen and the state. So that's exciting. All right. Here we call on citizens to invest in the retirement and social security law. So I thought that was interesting. They're saying, hey, citizens, register, get involved, and here's some of the things they've done. Look, they have given orphans smart cards, and starting October 1st, they're going to receive, well, I shouldn't say starting, because maybe they were receiving assistance all along. But Tuesday, October 1st, they're scheduled to get it to their smart card for the first time. Look at this. Children with diabetes get a smart card. Yeah, so this is pretty interesting to see all the people that get money. Get money. And yeah, okay, so you could read that if you like. Again, that's on the blog. Foreign minister invites his Venezuelan counterpart to visit Baghdad. And I thought, how hilarious. If you know me, you know I have no faith that the Bolivar is going to revalue, right? Um, I mean, not with the, not with the, not in the first basket, right? But that's me. What do I know? Nothing, right? I know nothing. I just, it's crazy. The, the, talk about political instability, right? Um, I don't know. So, and then there this was in Iraq's news. I thought, how funny. But anyway, yeah, so if you want to read that, I think this was at the UN. Yeah, they met on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly thingy, right? Yeah, so very interesting. All right. Okay, so now here, all of these. No, no, no. This is still economic. Okay, let's see. Yes, so we have two, maybe three more economic articles. Yeah. All right. So they're saying Iraq has been able to stay out of the conflicts, right? They're all around them, but they've been able to stay out. So the repercussions of Nasrallah's demise, if you don't know who he is, he was the top, I think I can say Hezbollah leader this time. I feel safe saying this time. And he was loved by many people. I mean, at least that's the image. Because have you ever seen in Korea, North Korea, when their leaders die or whatever, they show the people in the streets like crying and falling out of grief? Well, that's what they did with this guy. But is it real? You know, are they doing it because they have to? I don't know. I don't know. But I know one thing. They got thousands of young guys who are ready to go to Lebanon. So, anyway, so they're saying that this time maybe they won't be able. But before, if you read this, this guy is just an economic expert. He's not part of the government, not from the CBI. So it's just his thoughts, right? So, and then also he's saying, um, because they import a lot from Lebanon, and if everything cuts off, then that will affect them economically as well. See, it will be harmful economically, but he says they'll very quickly find an alternative. All right, so you can read that if you like. Look at this. Barzani's party links census to implementation of Article 140 and return of the Kurds. So Article 140 is that part of the Constitution. It gives them land back and it gives them financial compensation. Maybe both, maybe just financial compensation. So you'd think they would definitely need to have a current census, population census, right? To know who qualifies and who doesn't. So I thought that was interesting. Plus, some people think they're not going to RV until the census is done because they need to count everyone, right? But because a lot of the government services are on the electronic systems now, they have like a good general count, but they are on November 21st and 22nd. I don't think the people are allowed to leave their homes, but probably between certain hours, and they're going to come around and count the people. So, yeah. So, just if the census does need to be done for the RV, we're still in my time frame of January 2025, right? But yeah, so we'll see. All right. 3 reasons behind the recent rise of the dollar per a financial expert. This is a new one. I would remember this name because Ahmed is a popular name. It's even popular in America now, and also the UK. And then Saddam, that's his last name. So how could you forget that name, right? So the rate, I didn't even look at the rate today. I'm sure it's probably up. Actually, they were saying it went down a little bit, but it was still over 1,500. Now that I think about that. So what does he say? Tightening or tightening or imposing the guardianship on those 3 banks. And also moving trade. They basically what he wants the merchant window, for lack of a better platform. I think platform is the word they use. The merchant platform so they can trade with Syria and Iran. That would help. And then for some reason he's saying because the kids are back in school, I guess they are buying a lot of stuff. They're buying uniforms, they're buying backpack, all the same stuff that we buy, they're buying that too. Okay, so now this might all be conflict stuff. Yeah. Okay, so all the articles below that last one, which was 3 reasons behind the recent rise in the dollar. This is all about the conflict. They've already done 2, and this was just Saturday, right? Just Saturday, which like right now as I'm talking, it's already Sunday, but I'm watching I don't know what this is. They have 4 cameras over oh, it's probably Lebanon. Now that I think about it, and they have 4 cameras showing the different parts of the city. So that's what I'm looking at right now. But so there were 2 attacks against Ice Cream Land by the Iraqi factions. Okay. Intensive U.S. movements on the Iraqi-Syrian border. Where's the situation heading? You could read that. I'm just going to go over the titles because this one, their demonstrations got so big, they shut the green zone. That's not good if you don't know. They haven't shut the green zone in a long time. So that means it was pretty sizable and probably about to get out of hand. All right. So here he is. Okay. This is him. Now, the last one that he did, I don't know, you may have seen it. The whole screen behind him was red and he was angry. And it might have been right after, I think it was. I think it was right after the pagers and the 2-way radios, went kablooey. Um, I think that was his last like TV speech that he gave. So yes, he's no longer with us, nor is this guy. He was taken out also. He's he's not going to get as much. I was going to say fanfare, but that's not the right word. There won't be as much focus on him, but yeah, all the focus is on him. Plus, I'm sure there were other lower command people too. Um, all right, so this guy was the Iranian Revolutionary Guard deputy commander. Yeah, so okay, let's see. Here, supporters of Shiite factions attempt to storm the U.S. Embassy. Now, here they were pretty peaceful. But later, let me tell you, another group of people came. Let me say that in all black with the flags of the Al Nujaba. I'm pretty sure that's how you say them. If you look at any pictures, let me see. Here's the one saying they closed the green zone. There's 3 days of mourning in Iraq. Iran has 5 days of mourning. So that's why I said if they were gonna do what we're waiting for, it's definitely been put off after these 3 days, possibly 5 days of mourning. Okay. Um, this person, not sure who this person is, but clearly they've been given the approval to speak for Bala, right? The resistance response will be harmful to Ice Cream Land and will be of a high level tactic. So they're saying, "Oh yeah, we're coming. We're gathering. We're regrouping, but we are coming." And targeting of an American base in Syria by Iraqi factions. So it's never good. Here, Washington pledges to protect Ice Cream Land from Iran, of course, right? That's what we pledged to do. And then this name here, let's see. The current sitting United States president, he gave a statement. That statement is here. Oh, this one, the first one that I said was Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. His statement is there, and then directly below his, I have the president. And Voila rains 50 rockets on northern Ice Cream Land. So there. All right. And there's way more news and articles, but those specifically were in Iraq's news because that's what I do. I look at Iraq's news, right? Their articles and their news. Okay, so now for fun stuff. Did I? No, I didn't. Doggone it. Oops, I didn't mean to do that either. Don't, that's me. Oops, I can't get my place back. What did they used to say? Do not adjust your screen. It's not you, it's me. Okay. Well, I wanted to make it. Okay, here. I wanted to make so you could see. Oh, here it is. Okay. Well, so here's the first commercial. And remember that name I can't say? I don't know what that is. How can you not count it as, and there's that name again. So this one is the same lady, same little young girl, but now she's at a restaurant. So if you didn't listen to the last or watch the last video, the same young lady right here, she went to a video game center and she paid with her debit card. So now she's at a restaurant And oh, actually, she's doing other stuff. She's shopping. She's at a restaurant, and then here's the ATMs, right? So you can look at that. This one's 51 seconds. So here's what they say. The Iraqi government has achieved an accomplishment within its sustainable development projects by spreading the culture, brainwashing, no, what did they say? Something awareness campaign, right? But as soon as I see that, I say brainwashing, but spreading the culture of the electronic payment market in a short period of time to become Iraq among the developed countries by operating the system, the electronic card, with what the citizen needs daily without resorting to paper money. Among the awareness campaigns that it has launched to promote and support the culture of electronic payment. Here's the whatever that word is. Campaign via social media and digital platforms for citizen use. The smart card in government institutions as well, from universities, institutions, and other services, from shopping, filling up fuel, that's what they call gas stations, fuel stations, and even saving with the click of one button. How don't you calculate it? Whatever that word is. All right. So, but here's the second one. And so this is it. I know it's 31 minutes. I just want to go over this because this is hilarious. Okay. So here's a guy. He's a handsome young guy. He's in the grocery store, right? And he's looking at people in line. Now look, the first lady, she's hot and she's fanning herself. She's in line. Look how they have the people can't even hold their groceries. They gotta put them on the ground, right? Um, they're checking their watch. They're just miserable. It's hot. Cause why? Because they're using cash. And look at their dinar. They're showing the dinar. So they're all miserable, and there's this long line because they're all paying in cash. So he's looking at them, and look at the look on his face, like those dumb people. Don't they know they could just use the card? And so, see, they still show the people at the line, and he's putting his groceries in his car. And then it goes on. And then there they are, still counting the dinar, right? But now he's home with his family, and they're having dinner. And then also, I don't like that. They're sitting on the couch watching TV. They should be sitting at a table and eating. So all the messaging, see the messaging? See how my brain works when I watch stuff? I see that. But anyway, but that is hilarious. You don't even have to know. You could watch that. Oh, my battery's about to die. You could watch that without the sound, and you could still see the intent, right? Of the commercial. So don't waste your time. You don't need to wait. Everything has become easier. Invest your time and money easier. How can you not think that it is better for you? And I think those are words on the screen. Yeah. So I don't even think they talk. I think they just flash those words on the screen. But anyway, so yeah, so see, they're moving right along. They're despite, and what really makes me mad, I shouldn't say mad, but what really bothers me is this weekend should have been, Sudani should have been on TV bragging about how well his trip went at the UN and how all the meetings he had and how they're the focus. Iraq was the focus, well, at least for me, because that's what I watch, right? But all those meetings they had, and people were asking them, they always ask them, what can we do to get rid of the pizza land conflict, right? And things like that. This should have been a big moment for him, thereby for Iraq, right? And then they were supposed to have that big meeting on Saturday. Maybe they did. I don't think they did, though. Aaliyah Locke and the finance minister and him and whoever else, they were supposed to have a meeting. Maybe they did, and it's just not in the articles. I don't know. But instead, everything is about Nasrallah. And that is, I just feel, um, I don't know, it's like, dang, every time that there should be a big moment for them, for Iraq, and what we're waiting for, something negative happens, right? Just like the same thing on October 7th. It seemed like it was going to go right, and then that happened. And now here we are about to have another October 7th, and I'm wondering what the heck is going to happen on that day, right? So, anyway, all right. So, thank you for listening. Your time is important, and my time is important. And I do this just to help people, help you understand what's going on. I'm not a guru. I don't have boots on the ground. I don't have contacts or whatever. I've just been watching these articles, and I have seen the growth and expansion and change through the eyes of the articles. And it's hmm, very interesting to say the least. I've learned a lot. All right, so I'm going to stop rambling on here and wrap this up with accumulate while we wait for the rate to appreciate. Don't miss any meals and pay all your bills. If there's a subscribe, join, follow, whatever type of button wherever you are enjoying this content, then activate that button because I don't update regularly. And if technology works as it's intended to, if you activate that button when I do update, you should be notified. And this one, the one that I did yesterday, I apologize for the length, but also you should share that one with people because Sudani does point out all the accomplishments he's done in such a short time. Well, the things that have been done under him. This one, not so much, right? We don't really want to pass on. Maybe the commercials, and remember the commercials, those two commercials are all the way at the bottom. And then the opening article. Those, if you're going to share anything from this blog episode, what is this? Episode 115. That's what I would share. I would share the first article and then those two commercials at the end. All right. Thanks for listening and enjoy the rest of your morning, night, noon. I hope you're having a great weekend. Oh, that's right. Tomorrow's football. All right. Until next time.